That was
We're back,
we
baby. Oh,
back.
this is a non-Patreon episode, which
Non-Patreon. Yeah.
means I'm pulling it up right now because we got some questions you guys emailed in. I'm
Oh,
pulling those up. We started that
the the
again.
the Chrissy. Oh,
Oh, dude, you have to watch the Sopranos movie. It's so ass. But the
I gotta finish
main
the
guy,
series
dude,
first.
the main guy they hired, they're like clearly like, yeah, make sure you do the O thing. And the way he does it, he goes, oh woo, woo, oh woo. There's
Like
like a
it
super cut I'm gonna send you,
couldn't be
bro.
worse. Oh,
Dude,
yeah,
it
that's
is
funny.
it's like literally if you were like,
That's mad
bro,
funny.
pretend to be an Italian, but like crank up the fucking low IQ,
Crank
baby.
up the Christopher Walken part of it.
Oh, oh, oh!
Whoa!
I put a watch in my ass. Oh! All right, let's see.
Oh,
Let's
classic.
see. Let's pull these puppies up. We don't have to start with them. What's going on with you?
I
What's
don't.
going on with you, Bubba?
I don't even know how to get to the bottom because it's been so long.
I'll tell you how to get to the bottom. Download Grinder. They'll be
Oh,
throwing themselves at you. Oh! Oh! Ayo! Oh
oh
man.
God.
Oh, good times. Good
Good James.
times.
Good James.
Dude,
I
that
mean,
guy died. That's news.
who?
That guy.
Lance Reddick?
Yes.
Rip, dude.
I know, bro. I used to love him. Please, please, God, tell me I'm not confusing him with another black guy.
Oh no, this
Please
is
tell
gonna
me
be
I'm
so
not
bad.
confusing
You're
him
like,
with another black
dude,
guy.
I love. He played the God in Bruce Almighty, right? He was
I was
so
right.
good,
No, no,
bro.
no, no. Okay, Fringe. He was in Fringe, dude.
Yeah,
Which
he's
is
in a
this.
bunch of shows.
Have you
Yeah.
watched Fringe?
No, I've never
Not
watched
a
that
movie.
one.
It's a show, bro. I used to watch. It was one of those shows that, like, you know, your girlfriend makes you watch in high school, and you have to be like, "This is cool," but it
Hmm.
was cool. Okay, it was
Oh, but
like
it
X
actually was
Files on
good.
crack. It's literally like, we're two
Nice.
gruff detectives. Oh, what? Space aliens and baby
Oh, really?
monkey
It's
gnomes are
that's the
real?
tone? Yeah,
Dude,
that's
it's
cool.
so good. Bro, I think I explained this. I told Daphne this one time, but this is how stupid I am, bro. So I didn't realize um, the first episode of a show was called a pilot until maybe
Hmm.
like 2 or 3 years ago. Okay. Because I
Okay.
had bought in high school, my girlfriend was so into Fringe, and I was like,
Hmm.
yo, I'm going to buy her the box sets
Okay.
and she's gonna fucking let me nut all over her face, which did
Yep.
happen.
Amazing.
Um, but I saw the first episode was called Pilot. But
Uh-huh.
here's the kicker: the first episode involves them
It's
finding.
about a pilot.
It's about an airplane that, like, when you
Kind of
fly
clever.
on it, it makes you old and you die.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
which
funny.
first of all, M Night Shyamalan, I think you stole your little beach idea from there. But
Ah.
so I was like, oh, that makes sense. It's called Pilot. But then,
Hmm.
yes, later on realized I was a huge moron. That was a terrible YOLO story. I apologize to anyone. There's no cock sucking involved. Dude, I'm
Not
heated
this
right
time.
now. I'm pissed. I was
Oh,
complaining to you on the
do you want
phone
to share
earlier.
with the fans what happened to you?
Dude.
Well, I don't know if you should share it this early on because we'll get demonetized.
Well, yeah, we'll do the PG sharing for now. But
Okay.
a hot babe came over. We had a
Hmm.
really good time. First of all, dude, she comes in and she's like, I have all my like stickers and shit out because I was like packing some stuff. And
Hmm.
she's like, sits down and is like, oh, wow, you must really be a big YOLO Swag Studios fan.
Hmm.
And I was like, bitch, are you fucking with me, dog?
Yeah, it's
Are you
funny.
fucking with me, dog? Yo, wait
Yeah,
a
it's
minute. I wasn't
funny.
supposed to curse. Okay, I'm gonna have to bleep that out.
Are you bleep?
Are you bleep with me, dog? You playing. You
Uh-huh.
playing. And then I was like, no, I'm YOLO Swag Studios. And she's like, me and my trans friends always send each other your comics. And I was like,
Base.
nice. And she was like, yeah, they hate them so much because like they think they're racist. And I was like,
Even
oh,
more
is that
base.
good? Is that good or no? Is that how do you feel about that? But
Yeah.
anyway, she whipped out, bro.
Uh-oh.
This beast.
We're getting demonetized.
We're not getting dude.
demonetized.
I'm sending it PG. She whipped out a Snickers candy bar. There's more like a white chocolate Snickers candy bar, the king size one. And but then, dude, I thought she had a great time. She was like, "Yo, this was awesome. I want to come see you again," pretty much. And then ghosted, dipped, and I was just like,
Dude, that's messed up.
I know, bro. I don't think anyone suffers as much as I do. You know what I mean? I think
That's some serious suffering.
no one else
Dude,
could be suffering as much as I am right now, in my opinion.
when you were just trying to think of like a little euphemism for
A large
penis,
schlong.
a large schlong. It made me think of this guy. Have you maybe you've seen this guy before? Will Blunderfield, who is this complete schizo dude on Instagram who posts videos of himself drinking his own pee because it's like enlightening.
No, but AJ just told me about this guy.
You ever seen
Oh
him
wow, he
before?
looks like a.
Dude, he's like in it. Oh, wait, I
Oh,
want to
he
find
used
one
to
that
be
he's
a
in.
professional singer.
I
Dude, he has a Christmas album.
dude, the he just has videos of himself doing this, but then he'll also let me find it. Dude, I'm telling you, it seems like he's like it's a bit, but
He
it's
looks
not a
like he
bit.
stinks, and I don't know if that's because
Yeah,
you told
definitely.
me.
Look, I don't know if I'm should show this on the thing, but he's drinking a glass of his own piss.
You know what? I think me and the viewers can probably imagine. We can picture
Yeah,
that. I think.
he holds
Um,
it below the camera. He holds like an empty jar below the camera. You hear the sound of liquid flowing into the jar, and then he pulls it up and he starts drinking the pee. And but as he's
yeah.
doing it, he's talking about why it's like aligning his chakras and that he used
Thank
to
you
be.
for, dude. I think the audience is really gonna be grateful that you described a man peeing into a cup and drinking
Yeah,
it
so
because
you
I,
can
I
just
don't think they could have. Yeah, that.
I think
Thank you
if
for
you
that.
I would really encourage you guys just if you want to see some of the strangest people that social media has to offer, if you're like me and you enjoy that type of stuff, Instagram not Will Blunderfield. He is
But that's not Will
terrifying.
Blunderfield. I
No,
hate when people do that, bro.
I don't know why he does that.
Not blank.
I
Oh,
don't
it
know what
is
that's
actually
about.
me. It is
Oh,
actually me.
oh, but the reason I
Surprise.
thought of it is because he also never just says like what he's saying. Like he'll always say like because he's also about like semen retention, and
Powerful.
he'll say like, oh, my protein shake of the gods was secreted from my like rod beam of light or something like that. Like he doesn't just say like I jizzed in my pants or
Well, let me
whatever.
tell
Like
you
it's like
this:
it
the
looks so
protein of the goddess was secreted the night
oh
that chick
amazing.
came over, but apparently her rod was not happy.
I wasn't
Her
happy,
divining rod. Apparently the juices squirted were not efficient enough. It
dude.
wasn't. I don't
All I
know.
gotta
I
say,
don't know.
it is so Jover, dude.
Yeah, hit me with the tilt.
It is
I need that guy in the
fucking
tilt. Dude, so
Jover.
you're the one who
Listen.
updated. The people watching this are probably more in tune than I am, but these are the Chinese reaction
This is
images.
apparently a reaction image from China. This is the Wojaks that they've been using over there. And I gotta say, if this is what's in store in China, America doesn't stand a chance, man.
We're fucked,
We're
bro. Their
fucked.
soy
That's
jacks,
immediately better than any other soy jack
so
I've
much
seen.
better, dude. So
So
much
much
better.
funnier.
There's also a
The
funny
only soy
aspect, I
jack.
think.
Oh, okay,
I
sorry.
think there's a underlying even more humorous. So maybe this is me imprinting on it, but because
Uh-huh.
pandas are like a dying species, I
Is
think there's
that it?
something even funnier there too. Of it's just like,
I
because dude,
think
people posted that when I made my post, like, dude, this 9-inch cock chick fucking ghosted me, and there was
and
just
they
like 20 of
responded
those
with
pandas, and I was like, that's how
it's
I
trending.
feel. That is how I feel.
It's trending. Oh, I just got a response from House of Decline.
Is he in?
He said sure what time.
Send that fucker the link. Say
Should
right
he just
now,
hop right
you
in? Hang on,
bitch.
hang on.
Right now, you bitch.
Uh,
This is great because I wanted to talk about this house drama, but I thought it
I
would be
know.
best with him
I wanted to
here.
weigh in because I wanted to weigh in because apparently I've got the fucking hot take, which is that House did nothing wrong
Ah,
and
dude,
you
I'm
need
there
to
too,
shut
bro.
the fuck
I'm
up.
there too, bro. Dude, I guarantee you, before House gets in here, I guarantee you, watch. We're hyping him up like I did nothing. He did nothing wrong. And he's gonna be like, no, well, it's okay. He's gonna have a Mr. Rogers approach. That's my guess. When he should be angry, he should be
Uh-huh.
mad. He
Yeah,
should be ready
I
to.
know, but
Oh,
that
we can't
is
say in Minecraft anymore. Did you see that?
yeah. I sent
That's
that to the
yeah.
Discord actually
I know.
because
Yeah. So we're gonna have to come up with
we
something
can't
else.
say it. But I know he's here. I'm sending him the link. Uh oh, did I click the right link? Oh no, what if I just sent him the second thing that you sent me?
What was the second thing?
Oh no, I sent the right thing. That you sent me that guy that was
Oh, that was
clowning
shitting on him.
on
Oh,
him.
dude.
I did. I it was the
Yeah,
right link though.
that'd be a
That would have been
fucking
bad. But anyway,
excellent.
um, but anyway,
By the way, we
yeah.
do have to plug our sponsor.
Who's a sponsor? Wait, sorry, I'm on the wrong window.
Flips.
Oh,
Flips.
we are so. It was Jover,
Dude,
and we are so back.
it was Jover. Well, here's what's Jover, bro. I was doing so good on my fucking diet, and then I got a little bit of this protein of the gods, and I was like, I'm gonna stick with my diet, just girl cock, and then
Yes.
boom,
Just got
ghosted, and now I'm like,
back on my flips,
I need
baby.
some Ben and Jerry's and flips, baby. I gotta treat myself.
I seriously, it's so funny that it's like, I don't know why it's considered like a woman thing to do like retail therapy, but yo, that shit is real. Like when you're not feeling good, you just fucking get some ice cream and buy yourself some new shoes, and honestly, it flips the script.
I'm such a chunk. I'm such a chubby man that I don't give a shit. Keep your shoes.
Look who it is, baby.
Mr. House.
What's going on?
Yeah, you're the man, dude.
We're
I
back
was
in.
absolutely wasted last night, and you were on Discord, and I was like, Yo, hop in the VC with me, House. Yo, get on the VC. We gotta talk as drunk men. I want to have a little powwow, but no response from House. I see how it is.
Dude.
I'm not on Discord ever. I'm bad at Discord.
Bro, that's literally why I switched my online symbol to the yellow, because I'm like, dude, I leave it online and I am never fucking here. Dude, we have I wanted to talk about this during the episode, so I'm glad you're here. But we are here with recently canceled
Recently
canceled
Dude,
man House.
Jover, the fucking dude, you got to get a Netflix special now where you complain about woke America.
Yes.
God damn these TikTok teens! They had every right to find the joke bad. It was a bad joke, you know. It was not executed well. Some people liked it, which is fine, but you know.
But bro, here's the issue. Here's the issue. You're going way too easy on them. You should be demanding for their heads. This should be another hostage killer scenario where you're like,
wrong. No, I do not endorse that. I don't endorse it. No, they're a lot of them were like really young, like literal teenagers,
baby monkeys.
Yeah, of course.
And the ones that weren't young, it's just like you just feel bad for them. But let me get this out of the way first. I just want to make sure my understanding of the scenario is correct. You did not even write the joke. You simply were paid to doodle it, correct?
Yeah, but I'll take responsibility for it because I can refuse to doodle if I think the thing is inoffensive. I thought the material was funny. It's a negative kids book. It's funny. It's funny to me. I think the problem was maybe how the guy that wrote it, Steve, how he framed the tweet as this was like an actual serious children's book that we were going to release.
Now,
it wasn't apparently tongue in cheek.
Is this Steve?
Which Steve?
Your co-host.
Oh no, that's Steven. Steven.
Oh, okay, guy. Sorry.
This is another guy, Steve, who I've known since college. He's been my friend since college. I think like a lot of people were latching onto it too because he's an NFT guy, and so they're easy pickings on Twitter.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, it's easy to get mad at him.
Dude, my whole takeaway, and I kind of was messaging you this, House. Like, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but like my whole perception on it is, for one thing, like if my artist friends are getting paid for their work, that is a W. I don't care what it is. You know what I mean? And so like the fact that you were like somebody likes your work and they wanted you to illustrate something for them, and you were like, sure, why not? Like, dude, I'm in full fucking support of it. And the fact that I see other artists that are like my mutuals that are like ragging on it or being negative or have stupid fucking pious comments to say about it, I'm like, you guys need to pull your heads out of your asses. Like,
well, you seem to have changed your tune, because when I told you about when I was doodling for the David Duke children's book, don't mix your colors in the laundry. You seem to think that was offensive. But
there are definitely some commissions that are a little sus.
Obviously,
not every commission.
Dude, it's at every fucking. We're all adults here. It's at every artist's discretion to take a fucking commission, and this is like. Dude, this is nothing. It's not like you accepted to draw like fucking lolly porn or something like that. Like,
it wasn't anything racist or like evil or shocking.
Yo, House lolly porn would be so funny because it would because it would literally be just one of your characters and you'd have to put a speech bubble saying like, "I'm 3."
Yeah.
Because like, how would you? Because your guys all look the same. You're missing the joke. You're missing the joke. Okay.
I've had to alter comments. I've had to alter comics before. I told you on a previous version of this, I had the one where the guy is sleeping in the foreskin.
Yes,
one of my comics.
Yeah.
And I had a previous version of the comic where I made the guy slightly too small, so it looked like a kid, and it was just bad. It was like
had to do
instant
away with
revulsion.
The foreskin that makes you younger. That was the subtext of the.
Have you?
The
I have to ask.
Yeah, it's like the beach that makes you old.
Yes,
except it's the foreskin that makes you younger.
Yeah.
We were literally just talking about that. That's the second time that movie Old has come up already. And like,
I love that movie.
It's
I
been
think it's
10
great.
minutes. You do not like that movie.
No, it's great. It's
really.
I think a lot of people misunderstand what M. Night Shyamalan tries to do in his movies. His whole bit since Sixth Sense has been, I'm going to have a B-movie horror script, like our old Roger Corman, horror script, or like a House of 1,000 Corpses style B-movie horror script. But I'm going to shoot it like an A movie. I'm going to shoot it with all this very high production value, and
I think you're giving him a bit too much credit.
No, I think this is. I think it's intentional.
The script is supposed to be trash. You don't understand.
It's clunky in the way that old Roger Cormanish scripts are clunky.
But how do you explain his early stuff, or is your thesis that he is not trying to make his early stuff? Because Signs wasn't. Well, I guess it was a little cheesy.
Signs is very goofy. The thing is water. It's
about
a guy's religious conversion. But yeah, it's these very like cheesy B-movie plots that are given like the Hollywood razzle dazzle, and that's why I think there's really no one else like him. There's really no one else that makes movies. And Old is like, it had so many fucking great moments in it. When the lady gets bonitis, that was super freaky.
That was the part I was gonna say seems the most corny to me. But she's healing so fast that she's just this like weird tangle of bone.
I like that. She got bonitis.
I love that. Dude,
I'd give her the bonitis. She didn't baby.
M. Night Shyamalan movie Signs is like one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time.
I love
Signs.
Signs.
That's such a good movie.
Yeah, it rules. It fucking rules.
That movie rules. And then I also saw this is one of his also. I think it was the beginning of the end. It's so Jover for M. Night Shyamalan was The Lady in the Water. I saw that with one of my buddies.
Dude.
Yeah, that movie is a little weird.
It's a little weird, but I remember when I saw it, and I was probably like 8th grade or something like that when that one came out. And I remember liking it at the time, but it was also because it was just like weird and like I don't know, like.
It's funny that there's a critic character in it played by Bob Balaban who's like evil, and then M. Night Shyamalan is the writer who saves the world in it. It's very funny.
To save the world.
That's classic.
Dude, the one for me that did it was, and I remember there were aspects of it I liked as a kid, The Village. I thought it was so spooky, but I think, that Adam guy we had in the podcast, he made a very good point that has stuck with me, and anytime I see it in a movie, it makes me so angry when, like, there's some creature character that can make these ungodly like noises, and then and then you unmask it and it's a human, and it's like, how were you making those noises
how
earlier?
were you
are you like a trained fucking...
Have you been to a death metal show? They can human mouths can do crazy things.
That is
true.
I'm not bothered by that sort of technical stuff. It's like if like there's some sort of plot hole or like something in a movie that bothers me less than like failing to convey like a holistic emotional quality. And I think The Village is very good at conveying a holistic emotional quality, as is Old, or I didn't see Knock at the Cabin, but that's been getting a lot.
My roommate told me it was actually a return to form on his part.
I have not even heard of that one.
Listen, for those of you watching this episode who were mad at House, can you look me in the eyes and say, when you're mad at House, this is the guy you're angry at. This man is over here like, M. Night Shyamalan, he's trying his best. M. Night Shyamalan's trying his best. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. You're being mean to the sweetest man.
I'm not that sweet. I'm trying to think of stuff I dislike.
Well, what you did say about Hostage Killer was messed up. But
no,
other than that, you are very...
wrong. Shut up.
God. So funny.
You know what got me in trouble recently? A movie take. I had a movie take about Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I didn't, before you say your take, because I'm curious, I don't know if this is a hot take. I turned the movie off an hour and 20 minutes in. I did not care for it.
Wow, all right.
It was too silly. It was too silly, which is a lot coming from me, but
I liked it a lot. I compared it negatively to Nope though, because both movies on sort of a surface level are about generational trauma. You know, Nope is all about trying to live up to your father's expectations of making it in this sort of brutal film industry that uses you as a source of labor, and Everything Everywhere All at Once is about your mom being homophobic and you becoming a supervillain as a result of it. So yeah, it's these one deals with it in a very sort of it's funny for Everything Everywhere All at Once, for like a movie that's about multiverses, it's a very linear movie. It's a very 3-act structure. Here's your beat. Here's the dark night of the soul. She gains her superpowers and she solves all of her problems with her superpowers. It's a very like standard script. Which is good. It's fine. That's why it's popular. That's why it made a lot of money at the box office. It's much easier to understand than something like Nope, which is a bit vaguer and more alienating. It's still fairly easy to understand, but just slightly less than Everything Everywhere All at Once. And I said something to the effect of why people like, or why everywhere, EEAAO, why it does so well in award shows, or is because it appeals to normal people. And people took I said something to the effect of, it makes normal people feel as if they're clever, even though it's very easy to understand. They feel like they've done something by understanding it, even though it's a movie about, you should forgive your abusive mother, because the only way to solve your life as a gay person is to, relent to your abusers, which isn't what the movie is about. That's a very uncharitable reading of it.
I think the moral, like the takeaway from the movie, it was one that a lot of movies have had in the past. But I think why I liked Everything Everywhere is because they use such an unconventional route to like get to that point. You know what I mean? And like I think I
clearly didn't understand it, bro. I thought the whole point was that Asian people can teleport.
You're crazy.
That's like, I thought that was like the base.
That was good. You know what's funny is I didn't love Nope when I saw that one in theaters. I only saw it the one time, but I just like I think it was overhyped for me a bit. As Jordan Peele movies always tend to be, they always get like a ton of hype and a ton of marketing. And I think the bottom line is that it was not scary, which I went into it wanting to be scared, and it wasn't. And it actually makes me think that Jordan Peele almost likes to use the horror movie genre as like a crutch, even though he doesn't really write scary movies. And then
I thought Us was very scary, actually. That one scene where the girl is in the thing and getting replaced with the other girl.
I did not enjoy that one.
I did not like Us at all.
I thought Us was fucking brilliant. I thought Us was fucking genius.
You're smarter than me, at least, House. Did you
Let me explain.
Did you not guess the twist though right at the beginning?
But the twist is,
but it was still played as a twist. It was still.
It's always a forecast, But I think it was more like the inevitable conclusion of the movie. The inevitable conclusion is that in order for you to succeed and ascend your level of class, someone very much like you has to be replaced, and they have to be put down into the basement, into the back rooms, And here's why I think. Let me lay out why I think Us is brilliant. It really, and why I think Jordan Peele movies, especially since Get Out, are brilliant, is because he has a very strong sense of mise en scène. He's very good at putting information in the frame that is thematically relevant to the movie. So the opening shot of Us is a girl looking at a TV, right? It's her looking at the TV. What does she see? The Twin Towers. It's a big 11. The Golden Gate Bridge. It's a big 11. It's two things right next to each other. The Hands Across America, the doubles, the repeating. And then she turns off the TV, and what does she see? The shadow version of herself in the television. All of these like little visual, like brilliant little visual takes. When they're walking on the beach and you see their shadows, Like, I think it's just so visually arresting in that sense. It's always about mirrors or shadows or, something in that movie is always about the overarching theme of duality and, alternate versions of yourself. And for Us, what he does is eyes are in every frame. Eyes, like a circle within a circle, is referenced in almost every frame of Nope, I should say. That's what Nope does. And Get Out, there wasn't really this like heavy like visual metaphor thing, but I think but in both Us and Nope, there are this heavy like constant visual metaphor in the mise en scène of the movie, which is why I think they're very arresting and brilliant, and they hold my attention.
Yeah. Oh, what I will say actually, this is a little amendment to my last statement. The only part of Nope that was fucking terrifying is the chimpanzee scene.
Yeah,
That was scary. That part I came away from.
Someone
being
told
like,
me
that
about
shit was
that,
fucking
dude.
Scary.
You do not
yeah.
fuck with monkeys, bro. Those
No,
guys.
but that was just
will
too
go crazy.
real. Like that shit, I just came away from it. I'm like, yeah, this shit happens. Like that shit is for real.
You ever hear that audio of the lady with the pet chimp that ripped off her face?
Travis the chimp,
that,
baby.
Dude, fuck
He's
that.
eating her. He's eating her.
Yeah.
No, that shit
Dude,
is
who?
messed up.
It might have been one of you two, but someone on this episode told a story about. It was you, Harris, I think. Someone went over to visit Michael Jackson.
Oh,
and
yeah.
there was like screaming in the other room, and it was like,
was
oh, sorry, that's Bubbles. And they're like, can we go
Eddie
see
Murphy. Eddie Murphy was talking to. It was in Comedians Getting Coffee or whatever with fucking Jerry.
Rich guys in cars.
Yeah, rich guys in cars, and he
dudes
was
that
basically
bang
like
17-year-olds with breasts the size of your head.
Exactly.
That's what
he
it's
was
called,
like,
yeah.
And I think he was telling that story, and yeah, Michael was like, he was like, oh, that's just Bubbles in the other room, and he was like, oh, can we go see him? And Michael was like, no, he's like really mean. Like, we should have like.
There's such like
you're
funny
not supposed to have that.
comedic timing though of picturing a monkey screaming and Eddie Murphy going, "Can we see it?" and Michael immediately going, "No, I wouldn't. Let's not.
I would not recommend that.
Bubbles reached sexual maturity recently, and he's been very angry.
Not good.
Very upset."
That's
Dude,
a plot point in Friends when Ross has the pet monkey. It reaches sexual maturity and starts becoming aggressive.
I've never been a big Friends man. I was always, to me, you can't like Seinfeld and Friends. You can pick a side.
Like
it's
one.
like Bloods and Crips. Yeah, I'm totally on Seinfeld, baby. I'm pro Seinfeld on that
That's
side.
right.
Yeah. Flash your gang sign.
Yeah,
Yo, pickles,
Seinfeld,
baby. Or I don't even know what it would be. Hopefully, Kramer.
Yada. Oh, it would be the Martin Van Buren boys. It would be.
Yes.
It would be the Van Buren boys.
I was gonna say, hopefully, Kramer doesn't get to come up with what we shout.
Yeah, that would be no good.
That would be no good. Oh, dude, I mean,
dude, by the way, I have to bring it up because someone was trying to make a big point because they're making fun of Joe Rogan. Recently released he has like a new comedy club.
Yeah, he's an anti-woke
comedy club, and it's like you can't have your cell phone. And someone made this huge post like, this is why they don't want you to have your cell phone. This was the first anti-woke artist. And they posted the clip of Kramer saying the N-word. And I was like, I really don't think that had anything to do with Kramer being anti-woke. I think he was having a very bad night.
Yeah.
I think he was having a very
bad.
I don't think he was going up there like, oh, this is going to be edgy. Yo, this is going to be subversive,
you know what's so funny is that now it doesn't feel like, who's the guy that plays Kramer? I forget. I don't know.
Michael Richards.
Michael Richards, baby.
But it's funny. I don't feel like he came back around and was like, I can't believe you guys canceled me. Like, he never like complained about getting canceled. I think he's just basically been like,
there's nothing you can really do, bro.
That was too bad to be like spin it out into any other way.
But honestly, it's like Roseanne did the same thing. Roseanne was shouting the N-word and doing crazy shit too, but she complains about getting canceled. But it's like, dude, you're not canceled.
Did Roseanne shout I thought she just called the woman a monkey.
Yeah, she called Valerie Jarrett Planet of the Apes.
And I've said this before, bro. The worst part is in that picture, she does have the same hairstyle.
As
I really think
Helena Bonham Carter.
I really think that's what fucked up Roseanne was trying to say, but I wouldn't have tried to make that point.
She's missing part of her brain. Yeah, I think it was a bad move. Generally, you don't want to. Don't compare anyone to monkeys. Just in general, don't compare. It's always bad.
Except the Dutch, those old Yakubian apes.
We're the Dutch. We're the big Dutch.
We do need Yakub on the podcast. Would you come on if we got Yakub on the podcast?
If Yakub was guesting, yeah. I was. So what was your process when you were coming up with Norwegians?
Yeah, what's the thought process when you made the Dutch? Why would
I wanted someone really tall and smelled like fish. That's the secret.
Oh my god! Last night I went to go see, just real quick before we run out of time, but I went to go see the new Scream movie, which is if you like the Scream movies, it's probably the best one since the first one, honestly. I thought it was really good, but
Hmm.
I love those movies. But I went to go see it with my girlfriend at one of those theaters. It's like a fancy theater where they serve food and wine and all kinds of stuff like that. And we went in there, and the people who sat next to us in their seats, Angie and we were like, oh, can we just get a popcorn and some Cokes? And you're just, sure, okay. And the people sitting next to us were like, I didn't hear what they ordered, but when the waiter like brought them out, he was like, your Brussels sprouts and snapper. And I was like, could you have picked a stinkier fucking food to like the entire time that this couple is sitting next to me, I'm just smelling this fucking Brussels sprout smell the
Dude,
entire
there was
fucking movie.
I'm gonna get the joke wrong, but it was a running joke on the TV board on 4chan about a guy who would just go to the theater and get crab legs just so like everyone had to smell crab, like see him eating crab legs as he's watching like Tiny Tim's Adventure 3 or whatever.
One of the grossest things to eat.
We're about to cut off, but we will be right back with more House and more Beetle and more YOLO. Do you got a good joke to bring us out, Beetle?
Oh sure, okay. Let me think.
Something about hostage killer.
All right,
No, run.
So I'm writing a children's story. All right.
Okay.
And basically, here's how it works. You've got a kid, and he's woke.
Oh no.
We back. Wait, I actually.
Sorry, there's a chimp in here.
Oh, what?
Yo, Travis broke in. Travis,
Travis, no.
No.
He's
No,
eating
I'm
him.
getting Gordy.
He's eating him.
Dude, House, I wanted to bring this up to you because since the last time we spoke, you have finished together.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Dude, my buddy who lives upstairs he's like waiting. You haven't announced the sale yet, right?
No, I've been sending it to publishers because I don't want to do all that shit myself. But publishers take a very long time to respond.
This man,
so. That's awesome.
I need to catch up on it, but this man is so... Dude, anytime you come up like, bro, dude, did you see that comic House wrote? That guy, wow, it's so good. Like, he has
so
proven
good.
that he is not only comedically a genius, but also deep and like so talented. And I'm like... I hope you talk about me this way when people bring me up. Like he loves that fucking comic.
It's awesome.
Bro. Loves it.
Ride or die for Zach. Ride or die for Zach and Harris.
I mean him. I'm hoping my buddy talks this way about me the way he talks about you. It's like,
dude. Well, listen. When we were talking last time, I was saying, I was like, dude, it's amazing, but I had only read like the first 9 or 10 pages. I think you had a lot more done, but I had only been like read up to that point. And then after we talked, I was like, I really should probably just catch up and read everything. Because you were saying on our podcast last time, you were like, yeah, if somebody wanted to just sit down and read the whole thing, it'd just take like an afternoon, you could do it. And I was like, yeah, why don't I just fucking do that? And literally that night, after we hopped off, I just was like reading, and I've been then keeping up since you've posted the last several pages. And dude, everything that I'm assuming that's AJ, right? Everything that AJ said is 100% fucking true. That comic or graphic novel is just so sick. It is so unique. I know it sounds I'm kissing your ass, but it is so fucking good.
And no nihilism.
It's very anti-nihilistic. That's why I think that's the problem, right? Because when my bit has been like positivity and like optimism and queer body acceptance and so if that's what you set up for your fans to expect or for your audience to expect, then if you do something that is exactly the opposite of that or counter to that, then they will turn on you. It's funny because I made some snide comment. iDubbbz is now is saying that he resents a lot of the fan base that he cultivated. Yeah, because they turned out to be like little freaks. Which, you made
a little pointed tweet about this. I do remember.
What did you say?
I said something like, I can't believe the audience I cultivated saying the N-word ironically turned out to be a bunch of jerks.
Yeah.
Shocked and surprised.
How the fuck could this have happened?
What is going, which is, I don't fault him. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to get into iDubbbz just, but I sort of understand something of what he was going through because you set up something, someone expects something, But it's not like I resent my fans or like the positivity of or like the Steven Universe-ness of them or anything like that.
You talk about. I think I've tried to make you shit talk some of your softer fans, but you've been very blatant that like I'm here for the softies.
Yeah,
I'm a champion of the softies.
Yeah,
No,
you can't cultivate an audience of softies. You can't fuck up like Keffels and like say, "Oh, you tender queers, you tender queers. Your audience is tender queers. What are you talking about? What are you doing?" You know, that's who my audience is. You know, Frank, a lot of people who would be derisively called tenderqueers, but those are the good people. They're in the court. Sure, we have disagreements, or you know, they don't like me for doing something that's against their philosophical boundaries. But those people aren't the enemy. They're not the ones who are literally trying to kill me like Republicans are. You know, it's not like. And, you know, whatever disagreements we have, these are the people that I am ultimately trying to protect and enfranchise. So it's like, I think that's why I feel bad about it, too, because it feels like I failed them in some way.
No, dude, you're being way too hard on
Not at all.
yourself.
And also,
Bro.
you know what? The fucking the like half-life of Twitter discourse is literally like what, 8 hours. So I mean, everyone's gonna have forgotten about all the negative feedback by literally tomorrow. Everybody will have moved on to something else.
I was shocked though by the amount of artists who are in our circle who were giving you shit because I thought they were more familiar.
That's what pissed me off.
I have to call out a piece of contradiction, controversy. It's controversy and contradiction, and I know House would never say this. So, and I'm not doing this on your behalf. I'm speaking from my place. By the way, this insanely hot OnlyFans chick just DM'd me who dresses up like Samus. Whew. Okay, sorry. I have to look away from that. Oh, God. Oh, God. Anyway, so I sent this to Harris because I was so pissed. But one of these artists took a shot at you.
Yeah.
Through this stupid thing. And their at is Dipsum Valley. Are you familiar with this guy, Deb?
I don't know who this person is.
They're very talented. They're good artists.
I'm sure.
They made this whole doodle that's like, get ready to have your lives changed, kids. And the guy's pointing at a book that says "Kill yourself" by.
Oh,
me.
I saw that. That was funny. That I like that. That was a funny. But that was the joke. I don't understand why people didn't get it. The joke is it would be bad to show children.
But dude, this person is coming after you and trying to claim that you're being, or well, a lot of the hate, not even from this one, is that. Oh yeah. I pronounced the word wrong. You guys seem to both pronounce it correctly. Nihilism?
Yeah, nihilism.
There's too much nihilism, but it's like, dude, this artist who's taking a pot shot at you every other day tweets about how like, oh, nothing matters. The world, I shouldn't draw anymore. And it's like, dog,
dude,
you can't come after House over this shit when you literally embody.
Well, in general, just
garbage shit.
Just the fact that Twitter is literally the most depressed, like miserable, sniveling corner of the internet, and then somebody is actually like using their God-given talents to make art, and God forbid it's like even in an ironic way, like a negative tone, and they're like, "What is this?" and they can't fucking take it, and it's like where the fuck are you guys coming up with this shit?
At one point, I want to say that, but you know, what we learn from Everything Everywhere All at Once is you should give people the benefit of the doubt, right? You know, because they're you don't know what people go through, and they're going through. If someone is lashing out at you, you know, it's probably because they got shit in their own life that they're unhappy about, and you've just reminded them of it. And it's unpleasant for them, you know.
And be careful around Asians. Be careful. They can teleport.
They have superpowers.
And they can have superpowers.
They can write very popular movies. They
That's
can.
true.
One of the directors is a white guy, right?
Daniel Scheinert and Daniel Kwan.
Duo, yeah.
Is that one of those ones you think they just linked up because they were both named Daniel?
Daniels?
Yeah. Maybe. They were probably film school chums, I imagine. They seem like USC guys or something like that.
The strongest bonds are those one you make in college, baby. Me and Harris, college babies.
I have to ask, Alex, did you have, what was, well...
I totally forgot, by the way.
But what?
Do you want to change... I can edit it out, but you do have your name up.
Oh shit, yeah.
You use the Zoom account for business. You should just leave it as House of Decline.
Yeah, shit. Oh well.
I'll cover it. I'll cover it up.
Thank you.
But what I was going to ask was, did you have any like communication afterwards with the guy who commissioned you? Like what? Like were you
Yeah,
guys
Steve's my friend. We were talking about it. Oh, you wasn't expecting this type of response. What you gonna do? Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I certainly would not have expected it to, but I guess who does, whoever expects to become like the
main character.
The main character, yeah, on Twitter. I have no idea why, but what happened? Was he apologetic, or were you?
He was less apologetic than me. I think one because he doesn't have the same audience I have, and like he's not really his audience of like primarily like NFT people. Yeah, they didn't care about any of this.
Did he feel bad? And I don't think he needed to, but did he apologize to you, kind of?
Yeah, like, we both apologized to each other because if I had never retweeted it, it wouldn't have gotten any traction. But so in a way, I brought this upon myself. And, you know, to the credit of the detractors, I could see their point because eventually in the comics, you started getting MAGA guys taking it seriously. And it's like, this is just what kids need. They need to say, OK, I see your point. This is probably this was not clear enough of
check your DMs. You got Alexopoulos wanting to collab on the next children's story.
I really loved You Are Not Special. Can I make this weirdly rapey somehow?
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, did you see the Harris challenged him to a battle? Did you see this?
Yeah. Did you get into any fight with Alexopoulos?
Harris won, and then I'll let Harris tell the story.
Yeah, tell the story.
Let me talk on Harris's beat. Let me bring up this thing Harris has to say, and then let me just talk through the entire thing. Sorry.
The whole thing was like honestly regrettable because, and this is just what I mean. This is what these guys do. Is that the second that somebody who's, I'm not even tooting my own horn, but just like at their level, you know, like confronts them, and it's just like, hey, because Alexopoulos had been tweeting for allegedly months about, oh, no left-wing comic artist is willing to accept my challenge, that we both have this agreed upon topic, we post it at the same time, and we let the audience decide which one is better, like based on numbers, basically. No left-wing comic artist will take my challenge because they all suck. They're all unfunny, they're all untalented, they're all brain dead losers.
They're scared.
And Zach sent that to me, and I was like, dude, this is fucking child's play. I could fucking absolutely. I was kind of feeling my oats a little bit, and I was I was, you know, also, I was just feeling like, dude, I could 100% make a comic that's funnier, and I believe it will get more likes than this guy. And so I responded to his tweet, and I was like, all right, what are we drawing? Let's do it. You know what I mean? And then he was like, DM me. And I DM'd him, and the whole tone shifted, right? That's what these guys do. They get all angry, and then as soon as you're like, oh, so he's like, oh, well, dude, I love your work. Why don't we what if we made it like a collab and like a bunch of other people? We could make it like a whole community of artists and all this stuff. And I was like, no.
What a fucking asshole. What a pussy. Like, oh my God.
I was like, no, that's not why I contacted you at all. I want to do the competition. And I was going into it afraid that me engaging was going to ignite this like right-wing smooth brain audience to come start harassing me on my profile, but it actually blew up in my face. What I found, I was more upset by the fact that Alexopoulos went public, making it seem like the two of us were buddies, which is 100 times fucking
worse. That's terrible. Yeah, you don't want to make it. I mean, that's why you never want to engage with them, because you just end up promoting them.
Engage. Yeah. Luckily, a lot of my followers, obviously, and I think most people were able to read between the lines and see what was going on. But the whole thing put such a fucking sour taste in my mouth. I did end up winning the competition. I got more likes on my fucking comic, and then
of course, because the comics were, yours was funny, and then his was like, this is
garble.
Hogwarts in the 50s. Wait a minute, why are there black wizards? Why are there black wizards drinking
and it's senseless fucking comic.
You can't be funny and severe at the same time, and all of his stuff is way too severe. No,
because that set Kramer did was hilarious. No, but there's ways to be funny and like
but it's usually like surreal, like the shivering truth.
What do you mean when you say severe?
There's
guess
like
that's my
a
question.
deep sort of like white-knuckled rage hiding beneath the comics. Yeah.
I think we talked about this the first time you came on. You can't make something funny when you're
It's so
trying to be
clear.
like,
You're like, ooh, I'm so mad
true.
at the libs. I'm so
It's true.
goddamn mad at the libs. You know.
I think also the like some of the greatest art that exists is that which is both either funny or appealing and on a very surface level, but also houses a deeper, there's more meaning, there's a poignancy behind it.
House.
But that's like House, like a lot of House of Decline comics, but also, I mean, House, you'd be the first to say that a lot of your comics are also dick jokes, and there is no.
Yeah, they're dumb.
Also,
Yeah, they're fucking
like
stupid. That's what I find funny.
Like that, but then you sprinkle in some poignancy. But it's like those. It's like you come by those. They're gems, right? They're diamonds in the rough that you come by. That's when an artist is at their peak, right? They're making something which is thought-provoking and funny, so you can enjoy it at a glance, but also it keeps you thinking. But some of these guys, the political comic artists, think that all of their comics need to be those things, and it doesn't work. It's that you can't do it.
I think about it this way, bro. My favorite House comic, I talk about this every time, is when the guy throws the Pokeball and there's
the bees.
Wait, what is
that? Bees.
I don't know that one.
You haven't seen that, dude? He's he just throws a Pokemon. He's like, "Go bees!" and they just sting the guy. But it's like, dude, if you had one of those types of dudes who, if you were like, "Yo, recreate this comic, try to make it funnier," their version would be like, the guy he's throwing the ball at would have been a black guy, and then the bees would have been little white men, and it would have been some commentary on white people fighting back, and it would have been like.
Yeah,
you've absolutely lost the fucking plot, you fucking donut. Like it's
stupid.
It makes me angry.
I mean, there is some severe comedy. I guess the guy that comes to mind first is Bill Hicks. You know, that's sort of like an example of severe comedy, which it sort of ages weirdly. Yeah, Alex Jones is he's very funny.
Well, also like George Carlin is, but even George Carlin has kind of like. I don't know if his stuff has aged well. It's chill, but I think like even looking at it now, when you watch those sets that are really late in George Carlin's career, where he's got one foot in the grave almost, they're not funny. They're
the angry old man ranting stuff.
They're true, but he's not like taking breaks for laughs. You know what I mean? He's just fucking like seething and like he's like, I gotta get this out, like saying everything, and it's true. Like they're not funny. They're not funny the way early Carlin is funny.
Yeah, well, I think too. Late Carlin is no longer. He gets ripped on. I think rightfully so, because every one of your weird hippie uncles is now that type of like the government. You mean the crookerment? They're stealing. We must kill politicians. It's like. Oh.
Well, he also had some like weird shit like in one of his books, and I remember reading this in one of his books. Like he had some weird like anti-PC stuff, and he was saying that you shouldn't be ashamed of calling Native Americans. You shouldn't be Native Americans Indians, because what Indians were it wasn't Christopher Columbus mistaking them for people from India. It was Christopher Columbus saying Indios. They were people under God, a perfectly respectable name, which is such a weird argument because one, that's absolutely weird. Not true.
Not true. Yeah.
and two, it's like, so this guy prescribed his God onto these people. Don't you see how that's fucked up, George Carlin?
That's fucked up too. Yeah. That's weird. I've never even heard that.
Yeah, that was in like Napalm and Silly Putty or something like that. Some of his later collections of jokes. But, you know, I remember having like a late period of George Carlin, and some of his stuff was just like in his Stray Thoughts where like a giant man shits on Philadelphia. That's fucking hilarious. It was just that sentence that I was like, that's great.
That's awesome. Yeah. I think like now a lot of comedians also, and it's the same deal. The comedians that do this are the same thing as the webcomic artists that do it. Now everybody's trying to do the George Carlin thing where they're like, comedians are modern day philosophers. But it's like, you know what? Actually, my favorite stand-up bits are the ones that are the most like inane. You know what I mean?
Mitch Hedberg, fucking Stephen Wright. You know, I think these guys really outlast the angry ranters because, you know, angry ranting is also very contextual and of its time too. You know, you'll see Bill Hicks like screaming about New Kids on the Block. It's like, who fucking cares about New Kids on the Block? But Stephen writes, you know, I'm not afraid of heights, I'm afraid of widths. You know, that stands the test of time.
Yeah,
you know?
That's good. Yeah, dude. Have you guys ever seen like, Zach Galifianakis live at the Purple Onion where he's like,
is that the one where he makes fun of the Netflix executive who's in the audience?
Does he? I don't remember
I'm
that
pretty
part.
sure it is.
He's
Dude.
sitting at a piano. I think you're right. That rings a bell.
Bro, the guy is like, because he's doing some audience work, making fun of the audience, and he's like,
yeah.
yo, who's this old guy up front? He hasn't even laughed once. And then the guy slowly puts on his Netflix executive hat, and he's just like, fuck! Yeah, he's like, yo, why didn't anyone tell me? But yeah, dude,
God.
classic. I
Dude,
love Zach
classic.
Galifianakis.
But that's one of his bits where he's like playing the piano for like 5 minutes without a joke, and then he leans slowly into the mic and he just burps the loudest fucking belch like you've ever heard, and you're just like, and then he just goes back to playing, and I'm like, dude, this is what I want. This is what I want. Stand up. I don't want all this other fucking.
Yeah, because you need to be like, it's about relaxing, right? Which is why you sort of need to be chill. You know, you need to be laid back. You know, you can't. I mean, that's what the initial appeal of Dave Chappelle was. You know, because he would make you feel at home when he does that move where he finds something really funny and then he lets his shoulder go low and he's cracking up at it. Yeah. You know, that evidences this is all serious. This is not serious. I am your friend. You know. Yeah. And then once he got buff and just started going, it got less funny. The last funny joke that Dave Chappelle ever told was about Kramer, where he's talking about, man, being in front of this Laugh Factory reminds me of Kramer fucking up. You know, the black guy in me was appalled, but the comedian in me was like, having a bad set. That's a wonderful joke. I love that joke so much. Yeah. And then he got weird. Then he got real weird.
I know. It just feels like, but again, it's the same story where it's like gets criticized once, fucking dies. Like you tell Dave Chappelle, it's like, actually, buddy, that last set you did, that was your Netflix special. It wasn't very funny. No one's canceling you, but it was not very funny. And now he's like,
that was my whole thing, bro. Everyone tried to make it a cultural battleground, and to me, it's like, bro, some of the trans jokes you made, I was making back in elementary school. What the fuck? Yeah,
like, they weren't clever. They was all just like, women have a penis? This women have a penis?
Why?
Like, no. Like, if I was in the audience, I would have done that. I was with you on all the other stuff, but this is too much, Dave. I enjoy women with penises. Okay, I'm sorry. God. I'm sorry,
dude.
I'm still mad, bro. I'm still mad. I'm still mad that this chick ghosted me, dog.
Can't believe that happened to you, bro. Hey, it's plenty of fish in the sea.
But those fish don't have juicy dongs like this, babe. No. It was worth it because I made fun of myself and posted on Twitter about getting ghosted, and now I'm talking to this hot Samus chick in the DMs, baby.
There you go. It all comes back. Dude, maybe she can be your Metroid Prime.
Yeah, you gotta ask her to wear the Samus
if
suit.
you want to get some sort of Smash Bros situation going on, I can dress up like Mario. Or if I put on 5 more pounds, the Wario hat that I bought for that one episode. I'm set.
That's great. I noticed also, House, you've kind of
they're coming for you, House.
They're coming to cancel.
Did you make that nihilistic children's book? Get down!
I'm sorry, my free speech. Oh no, my free speech. Oh
god. Whose dog did I hear earlier? Was that Mrs. Stinky or Mr. Stinky?
That was my dog. She was yapping.
You and your dog, bro. There's some presidents out there who, if they posted the same way you do with your dog, they would be so much more humanized, bro. But like the post you make about your dog, it is so clear how much you love that guy, and I am there for it all the time, bro. I love your dog.
It is a great dog.
Oh yeah, he's prevented me from going crazy. Like if I didn't have him during COVID, you know, I would be, out there, doing Amanda Bynes stuff.
Oh
I shouldn't make fun. I shouldn't make fun of her. That's very.
You're too sweet, bro. You can tease Amanda. She wouldn't mind.
No, she's going through it. It's not good. It's not good.
This is not.
She got molested by Dan Schneider.
I thought she was better now.
When will the Dan Schneider truthers come forward? When will people expose the man for what he's done?
They did. The I'm glad my mom died lady.
She didn't talk about it?
Did she say it?
She didn't say his name specifically, but she added like a lot of details about like the creepy stuff that she was forced to do by Dan Schneider.
That seems like one of those scenarios like with the Epstein thing where it's like literally 10 years ago, people were talking about Pedophile Island and everyone was just like, yeah, it's not real. And then finally it became true. Like the fact Dan Schneider isn't in prison feels like it
Yeah,
It
it's
might be
nuts.
coming one day, honestly,
Yeah.
but I don't know. You don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
What is
dude,
your shirt? But I keep seeing Dick
this is a
Ripper.
Rory Blank shirt. This is a
we
shirt
love
that
Rory.
Blank sent
I
me.
got my
And he's
Rory
a
Blank
Dick
shirt
Ripper.
here too. I just got
Yeah.
it in the mail.
I gotta order a Rory Blank shirt.
It's got
Dude,
good
that
designs.
looks like that should be if Jewish people had like a spec ops. You know how like military people.
Well, there are plenty of Israeli spec ops there. I don't know what the symbol for because this is the foreskin tearing one.
I was about to say
saying.
that would be for the guys who do the moils or whatever the foreskin things are.
I got a much more wordy one, but I liked it because it was
Mankind.
very busy. Mankind in the year 3628, and it shows like the man, and it's like his
he's cute. He's adorable.
I know. I thought it was so funny.
It's me.
I was like, dude, I want that fucking shirt. Yeah. Rory Blank. I was asking.
Yeah.
I was just messaging him how to do my taxes this year as a full-time artist.
Bro, I gotta message him, bro. I have no idea. I gotta fucking file mine.
But yeah, good guy.
Oh yeah,
we should get him on. We should get him on the pod.
Oh yeah, he's a great guest. He's very chatty and inspired. Dude, I always like having him on the show.
Dude, we should get him on. And you know what that makes me think of? You know what I am nostalgic for sometimes are the days that the three of us were going live on Twitter Spaces just on a whim.
That was like the OG, bro. That was how Cold Cuts got started, kind of.
It's true.
That was like the OG Cold Cuts.
It's true.
Yo, I kind of knew before you came in. I even prefaced before you joined the call that I figured you were going to be way too nice about the whole, and it wasn't even a cancel.
No. The mild criticisms. You know, people told me to kill myself, but that's just par for the course on Twitter.
Right. That's just Twitter, baby.
These people, I just want to shake them by the fucking shoulders and be like, "What? Who the fuck are you, bro?"
Yeah, but you gotta tamp down that instinct, or else it's gonna consume you. You know.
I know, but that's why I've had a few outbursts recently on Twitter because I just am like, you know what? Somebody needs to normalize throwing hands with just like idiots on Twitter.
It's not gonna be House. He's too sweet.
It's gonna be me.
Well, I'm bad at it too because I instantly start Sephiroth talking. If I do that, I instantly start being, "You impudent sniveling little worm! How dare you approach me? You have accomplished nothing in your life."
Exactly. And I saw this stupid fucking random on while I had to look through the quote tweets, right? Of course, it's just like looking at a car crash. I just had to see what the fuck was going on. So I'm looking through there and like I saw somebody random that was just because you posted afterwards something, of course, your typical House galaxy brain, like, hey, you know what? This did not go over well. I'm sorry if you guys didn't like it, but it's par for the course. I'm gonna just keep drawing and move on with my life. Basically, absolutely the appropriate response. And this person quote tweeted that and was like, "This is not an apology. You blah blah blah." And I was so fucking close to responding myself, like on your behalf, and being like, "Who the fuck are you to apologize to? Why the hell should House of Decline apologize to you? You fucking random ass beep." Like, who the hell?
Here's the thing, though. Like, what is as much as that's deserved, Harris, your brother has taught me an important lesson. It is much more funny when this happens to simply respond to a reply like that and go, "You're right, dude. Fuck this. Yo, fuck House." Just pretend to be on their side is so fun. The amount of time Harris's brother appears in my DMs or appears in my notifications because someone will be like, "Yo, Yola Swag is like a gay loser," and he'll be like, "You're so right, dude." And I'm just like, no, don't agree with him. Don't agree with him.
So funny.
That's a good bit. I like that.
So much funnier,
dude. Funny way to do it. Yeah, I do. Now I have started doing that also a bit. If I see some haters on your,
well, you always do the this guy's in prison. Did you guys know that?
The crazy part is that this guy's in jail right now. I love dropping that line because people will be like, "Really?
Oh, really?"
It's like, no.
Yo, my question anyway, to round out this combo, because my point was I knew you weren't going to be mean about it, which is very sweet of you. But if you had to redo the scenario over again, are you changing anything in terms of your art? Are you turning down the commission? What are your thoughts looking back? You would have done it the exact same way?
I thought it was funny, which is why I did it. And, I stand by it.
Good man.
Sometimes you make a joke, it doesn't work. And sometimes it really doesn't work. And you just have to be like, well, that's the game.
You're so nice that you are... It literally feels like this guy should be the one getting hate. And you're like... standing over him. You're like that military guy standing over the child on the bed, and you're getting grenades lobbed at your back, and you're blocking
Here's
him.
the thing. Here's
the thing. Here's what
ahead.
I've learned. Why you'd be nice, because it drives them much crazier than if you're like angrier.
Yes.
It like if you're like a good person and you're like being zen about it, and they're like frothing at the mouth with vitriol. It's like you've won. You know, you're not the mad one here.
And dude, you flipped it. Dude, absolute fucking smooth criminal, bro. The smartest move you made, I think, was posting today that huge thread of some of the house classics, like oldies that are all like feel good ones, because great opportunity to share some of your old work. And it's like, if somebody sees one of these quote tweets and they're seething, I gotta see what this guy, I bet this guy's a fucking piece of shit. And they go to your profile and the first thing they see is going to be all these just like nice comics. And it's like, yeah, shove it up your fucking ass. Yeah,
I would understand people's complaints more, I suppose, if this was exclusively the thing I did, if I only did like depressing, frowning friend stuff. But this is not very indicative of what I do usually.
It's actually, it might actually be the most negative thing I've ever seen you make. And that's not even to say that it was bad work or anything. I just think like it's so stupid that anybody would look at that and like box you in that you're this like nihilist when you're clearly not. It's just stupid. What are you gonna do?
Nihilism is so weird because it's not even nihilism, it's just depressing stuff. Nihilism is a belief system that says nothing matters and nothing, everything is meaningless, and it doesn't say that. It just says that you're not special, there's nothing profoundly unique about you. Which is it's fucked up to hear for a lot of people.
I know. I think you're right, though. What you said earlier is that it probably did strike a chord with people in the wrong way. I think there are probably a lot of people who maybe do have that voice in their head that is saying that, and they didn't like it being portrayed in front of them. But that's just weak-willed, man. It's like, honestly, like, and that's how I feel about a lot of fucking Twitter users. It's like, guys, it's not my job to make sure that you guys are mentally stable. You got to be handling that on your own. I'm just doing my own thing. I'm looking out for myself as an artist. And
see, I'm the opposite, bro. I'm trying to attract the mentally unstable ones. I want the guys who, when I go, yo, House says find hostage killer's address.
They're
gonna go find me.
Don't get the gripers. Don't sick the gripers.
Griper army.
Ongoing
based.
I just saw, you it's a bad day. Mercury's in fucking Gatorade when you go on you go on Twitter and Nick Fuentes is one of the trending topics. I'm like,
ooh,
how
is he back? I thought he got back for a day and got deleted again.
It's just like, why? I don't think he's on, but it's like, why are you why is this guy trending still? Are we like
is he still like a big wheel? I thought he was largely discarded after Trump said he was.
I thought so too. Yeah.
No,
I'm just waiting for him to start taking estrogen, and so I can clap those cheeks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A little Fuentes boost, as they say.
Well, is he still? Isn't his thing that he's a virgin? Doesn't he like proudly claim that he's an incel or something like that? Which doesn't it also go against the art? Doesn't that like negate the incel thing if you were voluntarily celibate? If you're
that's volcel. No, it's one of those things where I think his audience found out he was smashing someone, and then they got mad because they ironically were like, "You were supposed to not sleep with women and just hate on them." But yeah, he's kind of pulled it back a bit and now pretends to not be into that type of thing. But I don't know. It's a very weird scenario.
I gotta ask really quick. Do you guys, because we have 6 minutes left, and then I got a stream I got to set up for. I wish I could do another block with you guys, but do you guys think Trump is getting arrested tomorrow? This what happen?
They better not arrest him, because I need a Trump versus DeSantis debate. I need Ron, you're a little gay man. Gay Ron, listen, suck me, okay? I need that fucking debate to happen, bro.
That would be really, really funny.
They call him Ron DeSanctimonious. Everything he's taken from me, he's taken everything from me, and he does it worse.
Yeah.
Does it so much worse. I do it so much better,
He's literally going to call him. He's going to call him Wrong DeSantis.
Wrong DeSantis.
That's what
Wrong DeSantis. Yeah,
Wrong
there you
DeSantis.
go.
Dude, we barely have any time left, but dude, someone posted that clip about how, like, the soda clip of Biden is not real. He was saying Minnesota,
yeah,
but then someone posted the actual Trump one, and he literally, dude, Obama, and then pauses. And it just keeps going, and it's just so good. It's just so good, dude.
That's one of my favorite. I think, like, I mean, we're probably going to get some fresh memes out of tomorrow, no matter what happens. If he gets arrested, if he doesn't get arrested, whatever. But, dude, I could probably make a tier list of like my favorite Trump memes at this point. Like, there's so many. I think my favorite one is "This is the first time I'm hearing this."
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
telling me for the first time. Like
that's a good one.
That one.
The Ruth Bader Ginsburg death.
Yeah, the Ruth Bader Ginsburg death, and then also
what can you say? She was a wonderful woman.
She was an amazing woman.
Amazing woman, led an amazing life. Yeah, and Tiny Dancer is playing in the background. Everything about that is perfect.
Elton John is so. It's like
hold me closer, Tony Dancer.
And then I love, this is an underrated one, but it does rear its head every once in a while on Twitter. It's the video of Kamala Harris going, "Do not come."
Yeah.
And it
I'm gonna come.
Yeah. That's a great one.
Let me thank our boys real quick, just so we can round it out. But we want to thank our executive producers. I opened the wrong one. Forgive me. Gzan, Trash Bins, Brat Brat Pew Pew, Trevor Stilson, Snake Oiler Man, Garlic Bread Ben, and Madre Mothra. We love you guys.
We love you
much. Also, what we're forgetting is that this whole episode we hyped it up that we were going to get viewer questions, but then House appeared. So
we didn't even do that.
Swear to God, viewer questions next time because we have some.
But we will do a Patreon question if you are on our Patreon.
We will do Patreon
questions, which we will do this.
And I think we have an interesting guest lined up. I didn't tell you, Harris, but we have a large. I don't know if Beetle does, but the YOLO Swag fandom has a large military fandom, which I find very funny. But we got some military guy. Dude, the amount of military men who hit me up and are like, "I salute you for sucking girl cock." It's like, yo,
what?
Yo, our nation is in good hands, yo.
Wait,
our boys, dude.
Who's the guest?
Multiple. A guy I'm buddies with, who just got back from tour.
Ooh, okay, interesting.
Yeah, he's cool. He's no one you'd know. It's not like
it's not the guy who wrote the "What did you say to me, you little bitch?"
No, don't worry. No, it's not him. By the way, we might have a nice surprise for our viewers, but this was the first time when we ended the block last time that I got a notification that said your HD Zoom meeting has ended. So in theory, this may not be 360p, but I'm not promising anything.
Don't count on it.
Promising. I'm not promising.
Oh god, that's too funny. And House, why don't you plug House? Why don't you plug your Twitter, Patreon? I don't want to get anything wrong.
Yeah. Patreon.com/House of Decline. That's HAUS of Decline. For as little as $3 a month, you get 30 extra comics a month. That's a fuck ton of comics.
That's
a fucking shit ton of comics.
You know what I'd like to say? We always say that the Cold Cuts Patreon is the only Patreon out there where you're getting your bang for your buck, but that sounds like you are also getting your bang for your fucking buck.
Yeah,
dude.
That's awesome.
It's 10 cents a comic. You know what costs 10 cents? Nothing. It's all inflation. These are the only comics that are not subject to inflation.
Oh, there
I have set price controls on them.
There is House of Decline inflation drawings up there.
There's House of Decline inflation drawings. Yes, I'm getting a pump in my penis. I'm inflating like a balloon. I'm going, oh no, I'm filled with and then they release the pump, and then I go all over the room like a balloon. You know.
Oh, that's awesome.
Do you have a rough idea for those of us that are waiting when you might have news when the comic will be officially printable and sold?
No idea.
Nothing
no,
yet? Okay.
No freaking clue. I'm being real lazy about it. After I got done with the graphic novel, I was in like a mild depression because it's like, well, what do I do now? Or what, if you've ever completed like a big project, you know that feeling, that sense of profound emptiness. You're left. It's like after you jizz, you have that post nut clarity.
Yeah,
for sure.
and that sense of man, it's good when you catch yourself. Like when you're jacking off to pornography and then you turn it off, and especially like if you're doing it with your laptop on your stomach sometimes, like I do.
You just get those four chins and you're just
look at your face.
It's the worst, dude.
And that's what it was like finishing the comic.
Best feeling. Yeah. I mean, dude, to wrap this minute, I know that I've said it before, but I'll say it again. If you guys listen this far, if you have not read House of Decline Together, it is available. It's your pinned tweet, at least at the time of us, at the time of us recording this. It is your pinned tweet. It's like he said, you could sit down. It's lengthy, but you could read it in an afternoon. You will not regret it. Truly, Truly incredible. Actually,
Thank you.
and
Thank you, Harris.
inspiring me to really put my nose down to actually work on a lengthy
I
project as
concur.
well.
Me and Rusty Cage just got out the sanitarium, chasing white bitches down the street, we be scaring them. Grab them by the heels, spin around planetarium, and make them eat meat if they're vegetarians. Hit up Reddit with my man Beetle Moses. Everyone upvotes us cause they all know us.
Check. We SCOTUS the way these bitches so below us. All my Twitter haters look like fucking protozoas to me.
Friends list so deep, call me Tom from MySpace. Hung out with Shoe on head, now she's come on face. Destiny versus Bosch, they're so posh. I made him have gay sex while I jacked off and watched. My shit bangs when Justin Wang retweets. But now every e-girl's in the DMs posting feed. In House of Decline, bro, it's totally fine. But I know you trace my ass whenever you draw behind. Dude, this beat's so sick, is it by Frank Jeff C? Yes, he's dope as hell, and he also follows me. Name dropping real hard like a douchebag. Up until 8th grade, I thought my name was Huge Fag. It's the clout rap. Clout rap. Women on the street, walking with their feet. That's hot. That's hot, dude. You ever think about that? Like, women are like walking around in shoes, but like under the shoe, it's just their foot. Totally naked foot. I gotta jack off.